welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm doing a get ready with me where I show you guys the makeup that I'm currently using. I hope that you enjoy, and if you would like to see how I got this look today, keep on watching. All right, let's get into it. So before we go in with makeup, I'm gonna go ahead and put on some SPF. This one is from Cetaphil. It's their daily oil-free facial moisturizer with SPF 35. And this one's really nice. I like the consistency of it, so I would recommend using that one. About that much. And I love having a headband on when I get ready to like really have my hair out of my face. I just think it makes it so much nicer to do your makeup that way. Just have everything out of the way. That's typically how I like to wear my hair too. All right, and then to prep the skin for makeup, I'm gonna go ahead and use the mini size version of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, which is super popular. So yeah, I'm gonna go in with that. And this is in the shade 4.5 medium. And then once I have a few stripes on my face with that, I just go ahead and rub it in with my fingers. That looks nice and blended. And then for kind of my foundation, or this is a tinted hydrator, I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild tinted hydrator in the shade medium tan. This is what it looks like. Sorry, my camera is having a really hard time focusing right now. Even doing the whole beauty guru hand technique. I guess nothing's gonna wanna focus in today's video, but that's okay. I'm gonna go in with this now and use it as my foundation. Just put some dots of that around my face. I've been trying to go in lighter with my foundation just to avoid like cakiness and creasing, and seeing if that helps. And I do think it helps a little bit just to reduce that like cakey look that develops throughout the day. So now I'm gonna go ahead and blend that in. And I'm just using a Wet n Wild sponge to blend that in. And I really like the coverage and consistency of this product. I've been using it for a while now. So yeah, I would definitely suggest trying it out if you haven't yet. And it's Wet n Wild, so you know, it's already gonna be affordable. Blend it down the neck, blend it into the hairline to make sure it's all seamless in there. All right, that looks good. So then for concealer, I just got this yesterday and tried it once yesterday. It's the JOA Perfect Complexion Eye Serum Concealer with ceramides and peptides. And I think this product blew up on TikTok. I'm not quite sure, but I think that's where it became popular. So I picked this up yesterday from CVS. That's where you can get it. And for the shade, I got FC015, and that is the shade Fair with cool undertones. And I just like the way that you like dispense the product. I really think that's cool, and it's just like fun to use. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put some of that on. You just like twist the bottom to get the product to come up. And when you're first trying it, it takes a second. You just wanna like start to see the foundation to start to fill up the little section right here. It's so hard to see, but then it goes into the top sponge and you just dab it across your face. So I'm gonna go in and do that now. Look at that. Still early to say if I like love it or not, but so far like the application process, I think I love it. I just think it's really fun, makes it a little bit easier. So that's, you know, generally where I put it on my face, and then I just leave it like this and I go about my day. Now we're gonna blend it in. To blend it in, I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. camo sponge that I have, and I just like the size of this. Makes it really nice for blending. So last night I finished season 1 of the show Pretty Little Liars Original Sin, and I freaking loved it. It was pretty good in my opinion. I did watch Pretty Little Liars, the original one, you know, back in the day. So it was kind of nice getting this show as like a nostalgic factor, and I think it was really good. We have a really nice TV at my house too, and oh my god, the quality of it was really nice. And you know, I was watching it late at night, just had the spooky vibes, and it was really good. So yeah, if you haven't checked that show out, it's on HBO Max. I think you would really like it if you're into like that spooky horror show type of vibe, you know, especially since we're going into like fall, October spooky season. Might be a good one to get into. I know it's still a little ways out, but that's currently my favorite time of the year. Let's see how that's looking. That blended in super nicely. And again, only second time using this product, so far so good with it. So once I go in with those products, the next thing I'm gonna do is go in with my cream bronzer, which is the Milk Makeup one, and it's in the shade Baked. So I'm gonna go ahead and start striping that across my face. And then to blend it, I'm gonna go in with a Real Techniques brush. Let's use this one right here. Make sure we're blending it into the hairline. And looking at my lips, that reminds me, I wanted to put on this. It's the Buxom Plump Shot, and this is nice to put on at the beginning of your makeup. Just helps kind of, you know, give your lips a gloss while pumping them up. We're gonna have that on and let it plump up our lips while we do the rest of our makeup. Next product is a new one that I got yesterday as well while at CVS, and it's the Creme Shop Tres Cheek, and I got it in the shade Je ne sais Coral. Hopefully I said that correctly. But yeah, this is what the shade looks like. Oops, right here. And I really like the concept. You just, you know, take the little sponge that they give you, like so, and then you just bounce it into the blush. It's a cushion blush. See, that's how it works. You just dab it into there, some comes off, and then you put it across your face. So I'm gonna go ahead and start dabbing it there. That's how she's looking. And then I'll go in with my sponge just to kind of make it all blended and get any excess off if I put too much. Perfect. Gonna put a little bit more concealer under my eye. Cool. So now we're gonna start getting into the powder products and other things, but we're gonna go ahead and set our face. This is the Rare Beauty Setting Powder in Light. So yeah, I could go ahead and put that on. And I do like to bake my face, so I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that under the eyes. And then like the T-zone area too, I'll bake. Cool, so we'll let that sit there for a second and then dust it off with the brush. I don't know why I'm fanning myself. And this is just a random brush that I got from TJ Maxx, but I really like it for getting off my powder, especially under the eyes. Just light and feathery. And then once I get the powder that I put on to bake with, I'll just go back in with that same powder and just dust some across the rest of my face with this brush. So now that the face is all set, we're gonna go in with powder bronzer, and for that using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in Endless Summer. Gonna go in with another Real Techniques brush for that. And when I go in the pan for my bronzer, I dab it in and then I'm tapping off excess onto a towel just so it's not too intense. Okay, and I'm gonna go in with the brush to just diffuse that and make it all nice and blended. That's a really good tip, is like once you put something on like a bronzer, just going over it at some point to blend it in. Make sure it's all good to go. All right, and then for blush, going in with Milani's Baked Powder Blush in Luminoso. And I have this Morphe brush. It's the M406 brush to put my blush on. This brush is pretty. I feel like right now blush is like the thing when it comes to makeup, so I don't mind because I really like blush. That like creepy smile face everyone makes when they're like putting on the brush. All right, pretty. That one's nice because it's really like subtle looking, but throughout the day I feel like it gives off a really pretty glow. Let me go grab my highlight. I totally forgot about that. I'll be right back. I just woke up not that long ago, so I'm in my PJs right now, guys. So my highlighter comes from this palette right here that I've had forever. It's the Benefit Cheerleader Bronze Squad palette. Cheerleader's Bronze Squad palette, yeah. And then I just pull the cookie highlighter right there in the top middle, and that is what I use for my highlight. It's so pretty. Intense, but pretty. And then I have this brush that I've had from Amazon for a while. It's from Do Care, so I use that to put on my highlight most of the time. Look at that. She is intense, but so pretty. Then going in with the BH Cosmetics brush that I've had for a while from a set from them, and gonna go in more precise to some other areas. And then another thing that I've been doing more recently is taking this jumbo eye pencil from NYX, and it's in the shade Cottage Cheese. I don't even know that was the name. Interesting. Just gonna rub some onto my finger. The cap just fell on the ground. Cool. And just stamp some into my inner corner. Oops, kind of got messy there. And just layer over that powder highlighter I put. I like that bright look that it gives you. So next we're gonna go ahead and get into the brows. Did I forget that too? All right, let me go grab it up. BRB. Oh, I lied, guys. I had my brow product here the whole time. I was like, where the heck is it? So for brows, one of the things I use is the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow. Does it say the shade of this? It does not. All right, well, that's the product itself. It's the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow. I think this is like $5 or something like that. It's e.l.f., so it's nice and affordable. Brush out the brows, and that's nice because it helps, one, get them ready to be filled in, and two, just like get out any excess product. And how I've been liking to do it is just like carve out the shape of the brow, like so, to get that product to go into your brow and fill it in. And then you can go in over the top and do the same thing, just like outlining the shape of it, line that in. You already know we all have that one eyebrow that's better, and for me that's my left eyebrow. And then once I fill it in with the pencil, I'll go in with this NYX Tinted Brow Mascara, and this is in the shade Espresso. This is really nice product. I like this as well. A little too much on at the front of my eyebrow here, but it's okay. You can take a spoolie and just like use it to brush through and pull out any extra product sitting in there. Okay, looking good there. Now to just kind of clean with the brows more, I use this Essence Highlight Eyebrow Lifter. And this is nice to just kind of go in and make them look even more like cleaned up and defined, like so. And then I'll just go ahead and use my finger to get that blended in. Nice little product to have. You can kind of see that I use like majority of drugstore products with a sprinkle of like some more high-end Sephora type of products, you know, with like the Rare Beauty powder and the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. Because I just like makeup and getting to try like, you know, trendy makeup. We have all that on. I'm gonna go in with my brush that I used to just kind of clean things up again and go over my highlighter. Okay, perfect. And then I have this palette from ColourPop. It's so cool. It's the Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon palette, the collab that they did with them. And it's just so cool. It like has her mouth open and close. So gonna do a little eyeshadow moment with this. Taking a big fluffy brush from that BH Cosmetics brush set I have. Gonna go in with this shade and this shade, pull them together and just run it into that crease. Alright, and then I'm gonna take one of their shimmer shades in here. I think I'm gonna mix this one and this one onto my finger and just put that on the eyelid. That's how it's looking, if you can see it. Not sure if you can. Got on both of the lids now. I'm gonna take my bronzer, going back to that. I'm gonna rub it on my lower lash line. I guess I use this brush, another BH Cosmetics one. And do this action, just putting it under there for some dimension. I feel like that helps give that area its own little thing. And then what's next? Next is, oh, I forgot to do this now that I'm looking at it. It's the Bare Minerals Eye Brightener. Oh, it has SPF 20 in it, so that's cool. And it's in the shade Well Rested. I like to put this on my under eye to just kind of brighten it up and go in with a very little amount. Don't feel like you need a lot with this one. Then you just sweep it under the eye, and it just is meant to like brighten up that area. So next I'm gonna go in and put on mascara, but first gonna curl the lashes. All right, and then for mascara, going in with the L'Oreal Hydro Fuge Telescopic Mascara in Black Noir, and I believe this is the waterproof one. the difference. I would say this is a pretty good concealer. I know like the Telescopic mascara in general is like, I think, pretty popular and hyped up, so I'm using it now, and yeah, I think it's good. That's how we're looking with the mascara. Next, I'm gonna go in with a lip liner from e.l.f. as well. Retro Paradise collection that I did. This lip liner shade, I don't really do lip liner often, but I thought I would just for fun. And I'm really not good at doing this either, so just gonna put some on. Looks like that did a little something something, but nothing crazy. And then to top off the lips, I have this lip gloss from Tower 28 in the shade Cashew. It's their Shine On Lip Jelly. And I'm definitely more of a lip gloss girl, so that's what I like to put on for lips, is some kind of lip gloss. I also really like the lip gloss from Fenty Beauty, but this is the one I've more recently been using. Alright, and then to set the makeup, going in with this Milani Make It Last Original Setting Spray. And that is my makeup look. I'm gonna go ahead and put on an actual outfit, take these hair to my braids, and I'll be right back. So yeah guys, this is the finished makeup look. For my hair, I just took it out of the braids and I clipped it back with some little clips I have and changed my top, and yeah, this is the look. I think it came out pretty good. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. It would really mean a lot to me, and I hope to see you in my next video. All right guys, have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye.